New Japan canceling an upcoming show. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is Just Pro Wrestling News for Wednesday, February 17th, 2021. This update is brought to you by the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Check out the new episode right now, wherever you get your podcasts. Results from last night's Impact Wrestling and AEW Dark are straight ahead in this update, but first,
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan announced early Wednesday that it's canceling Sunday's Road to Castle Attack show in Fukushima. A magnitude 7.3 earthquake aftershock hit that area last Saturday and caused some damage to the arena that was set to host the show. Now, we say aftershock because experts say this was actually a follow-up from the devastating 9.0 magnitude quake that hit back in 2011. No deaths were reported following last Saturday's aftershock. However, more than 100 people were injured. The rest of New Japan's Castle Attack tour will go on as scheduled, including this morning's Road to show.
Impact Wrestling.
New Japan's Juice Robinson and David Finlay arrived in the Impact Zone last night. They beat the returning team of Reno Scum and then went out for some beers with the Good Brothers. TJP beat Josh Alexander to retain the X Division Championship. Ace Austin says he deserves the next shot at the X Division title after he won the Super X Cup. Scott D'Amore, he has other ideas. Instead, he made a six-man tag for next week, with the members of the winning team advancing to a three-way the following week. That would decide the new number one contender. Simple, right? That six-man tag next week will be Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and Black Taurus versus Willie Mack, Josh Alexander, and Trey Miguel. Miguel pinned Daivari last night to win a four-way that also included Willie Mack and Suicide. Moose beat Tommy Dreamer in an old-school rules match, and Matt Cardona pinned Hernandez.
AEW.
The AEW Tag Team titles are on the line on tonight's Dynamite. The Young Bucks will defend against Santana and Ortiz. Also tonight, the return of former AEW Women's Champ Riho. She'll face NWA Women's Champ Serena Deeb in a first-round match in the Women's World Championship Eliminator Tournament. Jon Moxley, Lance Archer, and Rey Fenix team up against Eddie Kingston, The Butcher, and The Blade. A new match just announced yesterday, Hangman Page and Matt Hardy versus the Hybrid 2. Plus FTR versus Matt and Mike Sydal. Last night's AEW Dark may have seen the shortest match in AEW history. Ricky Starks plowed through Casey Navarro in 4 seconds. Also, Bear Country beat Chaos Project.
WWE.
Tonight's NXT will have the fallout from Sunday's TakeOver and Adam Cole's stunning show-ending super kicks to Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly. WWE released new footage Tuesday from just after TakeOver went off the air. Balor was heard saying he's not sure he can trust O'Reilly and that he's not going to clean up O'Reilly's mess. MVP lashed out at so-called dirt sheets Tuesday, tweeting that reports that he traveled to Alabama to meet with surgeons are not accurate. MVP was seen using crutches on Monday's Raw Talk after suffering an apparent knee injury on Raw. Teddy Hart is behind bars. He was arrested nearly a week ago in Fort Worth, Texas on multiple charges. Hart's last appearance with a national promotion was back in 2019 in MLW. Tonight's MLW Fusion is the Tom Lawler's Filthy Island special. Matches include Low Key versus King Mo, Rocky Romero versus Gringo Loco, and an Azteca jungle fight between Mil Muertes and Savio Vega. Finally, All Japan announcing this week that its Champion Carnival tournament will run from April 9th through May 3rd. That's Just Pro Wrestling News for Wednesday, February 17th. Our next update comes your way tomorrow morning. Please rate, review, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.